Welcome back, everybody, to Add Think Cutie. This month we are at Twin Cities Pride 2025, and this is just after Des Moines Con, and this is our second year participating in Minneapolis. Okay, well, my husband's back in the car here. We can see that we're full again. We're getting ready for our second annual TC Pride event here, which takes place in Minneapolis, and this is going to go from Saturday to Sunday from 10 to 6. And this is just day 0, and we're just gotta go set up, and hopefully we have enough time to get everything done today. All right, here we go. All right, as we're driving through downtown Minneapolis to go get set up, I do have to let everybody know, and I'm sorry for this, we did not get a lot of footage. We were so busy. There were so many people at the event showing support that we didn't leave our tent to do anything other than quickly grab food, run to the bathroom, and then run back. And also it was really, really hot, so we did not do a lot of walking around. But hopefully you'll get to see bits and pieces of what it's like for those who are thinking of participating.
I'm going to have to make a wider turn.
Ooh.
It's a curb. It's a little muddy there.
So this is how we do things when we're setting up for this. We're in Loring Park, but you actually drive on the little pathway, and there's several checkpoints. You can hear the good old sirens rolling up the window until we get to the bottom of the hill, just driving slow because there's pedestrians. But this is what you would do. There's food to the left, and we're just a little ways in, so hopefully we have room to drive around to set up our tent. And we just gotta find our number. So there's this one, but we gotta find out what spot we're in. We might be this empty spot here, so it looks like we won't be able to drive around. I think this might be our spot where the empty table is. We're still driving. We're just trying to find out exactly where our booth is. We're in the 80s and we're number 75, but it looks like they don't have anywhere to park if we're down here. So this should be interesting. I don't know how we're gonna unload if there's nowhere to park. We're right there. All right. We have our neighbors. Our neighbor might be moving, but here's where we're gonna be. We're stacking everything up so that we can get our tent up and get everything all set up. It is overcast. My husband's setting up some of the bigger items or taking them out of the vehicle, but I'll just give you a quick panorama. This is Loring Park, and then we're down this way. And nice and cool, even though it's gonna be blazing hot tomorrow. All right, we are trying a new hack that I saw from another person who does outdoor events, and she puts these on the insides and just kind of uses them in the corners so that she can block rain from any events. And they're just shower curtains, and then we use like just little metal hangers, and these are obviously they're on the inside, so the sidewalls are not up yet, but this is just for rain protection, so you don't have to like close in your tent if it does decide to rain. So we're just getting ready because it's cloudy. There's a chance tomorrow, but it's supposed to happen in the middle of the night, but we're in Minnesota, you never know. All right, gotta fix our sign, but there we are. We're still getting ready and set up. All right, we are coming early tomorrow, but we are all set up. And there's our white tent next to the purple top tent. And it looks like maybe a pet or food, or not a pet, but a foot. All right, we are all set up. have some things that we have to put up tomorrow morning, so we didn't put everything out just because weather. We'd rather have it be inside bins and protected just in case. And but that's it. We're ready to roll. It's about 3:40 and we shall see what happens tomorrow morning. There we are. We'll be here again tomorrow with the wagon. All right, we're both a little warm. It's warmed up. The sun is shining, but it's cloudy. They say maybe storms overnight on Saturday. But we have our tent up, we have our tables up, and we have all of our shelving out. We're waiting to put anything out because with the weather, we don't want anything like getting soaked or ruined. So we're leaving it in the bins until tomorrow morning. We'll just be here early. So we're ready to go. So I kept checking the weather for this event because we did get some overnight rain, and then just continue to check the forecast. It went from blazing hot to potentially storms and then tornado warnings. So this should be fun. All right, good morning. It is Saturday. Today we have Pride 2025 from 10 to 6 p.m. today and tomorrow. It looks like the weather is going to hold up, but it might be really hot today. So we bought extra little fans that go under the shirt, the little construction fans from Amazon. And hopefully that'll help relieve some of that. And then we shall see tomorrow. Hopefully the rain gets pushed either down all the way out to evening like it was, but it is predicting showers for tomorrow. But hopefully today is just a lot of fun, and this at the end of the day might not be looking the same or the hair or anything, so we shall see. Hopefully we just have fun, and I don't know if it'll be as busy this year as it was last year, but
It'll be good.
we had a really good time last year, so we shall see. Here we go.
Let's go.
There he goes. We're running close to on time today, so of course we had to stop and get our coffee. So we're at Starbucks before we get downtown to finish setting up. Early morning. We're walking in and making our way to the tent area. Looks like maybe they changed where some things are this year. I don't see a staging area anymore up there. Maybe they moved it. But getting ready to go around the lake. People are getting their food stands open. A lot of people are not here yet. Doesn't start until 10, so we've got a couple hours. See a little pond behind there. Out of the puddle. Same spot. Morning.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you guys
Happy
doing?
Pride. Yeah. And then
Here we are. We have come to our area. None of our neighbors are here yet that are right next to us. But plenty of people are setting up, and there's the view this morning. All right, here are the completed new moon shelves. There's some larger ones, so we're just getting ready. The shelves are still kind of empty, but the thing that took us the longest, which is pretty much the earrings, is done. All right, neighbors are all here. Our sign is on, but it's really bright out, so you can see there's different groups here, crowds, but here we are. Oh, our booth number is kind of hidden, so we might have to move it over to the other side, but here we are.
we're not gonna hug you. We're gonna spike you.
Just walking down through the events. Thank you, happy Pride. And we're just going through. As you can see, we have a lot of different organizations that are supporting Pride. And I'm just taking a quick break before it gets really busy because it just opened and it's just a little bit after 10. It's 10:12. And it's just the beginning, but you look at all the and the dog has a Pride there. And then there's food trucks smell good. But I don't know how hot it's gonna get today. Ooh, there's the ice cream. To get that later when it gets really warm. They're getting ready first drink of the day. We have a bubble tea and it's infused because we can't do the milk. It's got regular lactose. So we just got an infused tea from Bubble Tea House. And we're just adding some dragons up onto our shelf up there. Here's what it's looking like for our shelves right there. And then it will just go around to the front. Alright, so we need to get away from somebody here. Hello. Hi. And here's what it's looking like outside of our tent with our little baby. It is now 12:28 and we have been pretty busy. I'm trying to move over so I'm not filming anybody. But there's the back of our area. It's a little messy right now. We need to reorganize it. My husband is he is putting out some more items, but we just sold the mushroom chess set and checker set that go together that roll up into a log. So that is now gone. It is really warm and really, really busy. Things are going really well, but it's very packed. Let me see if I can even get around to the front. But as you can see, there's pets. But out here, there's a party going by right above the net.
Happy Pride!
Very, very crowded. As you can see from the side of the front. Hi, look at the puppies.
And degrees is starting to
It's now 3:45. Here are the free
Don't leave me.
Alright. And it's still busy, but not quite as busy as it was earlier. Things going on over here. Let's see, guys. And there's a concert going on. The line for the ice cream goes all the way back there. So I'm getting shave ice. We have an hour left, and as you can see, it's not quite as busy. And the free hugs are giving away free hugs and high fives. And we're still not able to leave our area. But yeah, it's starting to be. Alright, we closed up our tent and we are leaving. You can see everybody else has kind of closed down, even the food. And we're walking through the park area so that we can get home. But it is done and ended at 7 o'clock. We took our time packing down. We'll have to pack again tomorrow and display everything and see what we have left. Alright, it was a hot one today. We are in the AC in the car. As you can see, we're still empty. But day number 1 is done. We only have Saturday or Sunday. And we'll see how well we're doing. We're a little bit under what we did last year for Saturday, but we have no idea what will happen on Sunday. So hopefully we clear out of everything. Alright, that's it. Alright, just had to show you a quick little snippet here of some new things that we're really trying to create. We're really trying to push ourselves as far as making brand new things. There's a pen and flower set that is 3D designed and printed. We made some new chess sets, and this includes a sushi chess set. We did sell that and the mushroom one right away. And we also are having fun making little key clickers and fidgety items that I play with at home, so you might hear clicky sounds all over, but there's some that are topped with clay, and these for our events we sell out of them so far every single time, and then we're really pushing ourselves to try to convert them all the way over into 3D. And just see what else we can come up with. And this is one of our brand new designs that we created, the bow clicker, which we usually sell out of as well. And then we have the new macaron. And I told my husband I wanted emojis. Yes, that is a poop emoji. I told him I wanted one of those to go on top of our clickers. And then for my clay work, my miniatures, I created some new little pug breads, a brand new design for this event when those did sell out. All right, in the garage again. The car is running and we're ready to go. This is Sunday,
Day number
the
2.
last day. And yesterday, I guess the hours, everybody was there until like, stayed until 7 o'clock, but even though it said 10 to 6 on our flyer, so I think today, from what I remember from last year, everybody kind of closed down. Actually, it's supposed to be from 10 to 6, but everybody pretty much closed from like around 5 o'clock last year. So we'll see if that happens, and we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna wait in line to pack up. We might just pull off to the side of the road and go up the hill to the other road after everything is over and done today. We'll see, because it took us a really long time. It took me a really long time to get into the park, and there's not a lot of room to pull over onto the side. So yeah, but that's it. And as far as yesterday, if you're kind of wondering like numbers, yes, we definitely went over we always try to aim for like $1,000 per day per event. We definitely went way over that, but I think our numbers, if you want to know for Pride, it varies all over for everybody depending on what you have, but we have a lot of lower priced items, and I don't know if that like affects, well, that probably does affect our numbers. We had a high number of sales, so we had like 157 sales just on the smaller tier items, but again, our number might be lower because of that this year, but I think it just makes things more affordable, because we might not have gotten those if we didn't have it. So
Right.
yeah, and we're just like a little bit under, so we'll see. I think it's like we had a goal of trying to do around like 5K or more, so we'll see what happens today. All right. Okay, we're walking through this morning to see if there's any damage from the storm, because there was a tornado warning in Minneapolis as we go to our booth. But it looks like other people's tents are up. There are some leaves on the ground. Then we did see some tents that look like they maybe are either rearranging or something must have happened. But most of we're not seeing any problems with anybody's tents. But people who did kind of lower their tents, we are seeing water pooled up. All the other tents are under area except for there's ones who lower their tents, they have pooled water in their tent, so theirs might not be working. But look at that. There's a big duck on that one. Gotta like it. So we're coming along just to see what's going on. We're just trying to see and make sure our tent is still standing. We have a ways to go yet. Hopefully with our neighbor, like that one, good thing we didn't lower our tent, because theirs is gone and there was water pooled. But I'm looking at ours over here with our peak being so high, and I'm not seeing a problem. Morning. My neighbors, we have to help them because their tent is all down. So us two right here, Right Food, and our booth for 75 is fine from the storm, but we were worried last night. Hey, there's our number. We're just getting set up again, and I'm restocking, especially my earrings, and we're close to low on a lot of them, so hopefully we'll have enough for today. And yeah, I think we're just about ready to go. All right, there is setup, and here we are. We actually had a couple of sales already this morning. We got set up early, and it is close to the start here. We don't start until 10, but we're already open.
The husband purchased this morning.
Oh, you got a few.
Fresh
All right, I'll
grilled
get it back here for
breakfast
you.
five.
If I did it right. And let me just get that one up here for you.
Puppy cat.
Oh gosh,
Hi,
so
puppy.
shiny too.
Couple sales within the first hour, and it's picking up with foot traffic getting louder. busy again. And it's gone pretty well this morning. Here we are. This is what our booth is looking like. This is what the crowd is looking like. We're about an hour in. It's close to 12. Hello, you're so cute.
Say hi, Diesel.
Hi. Trying to cool myself off, I caught the performance, at least one of them, in the corner by the food area. So just got to enjoy a little bit of music and performance.
Well, I'm so excited to see that you guys were going to be at
Thank
Pride.
you. Hello. It's 2 o'clock check-in, and it's still busy, packed on that way. But as you can see, a little relief from the clouds. POV, we just had a huge rush, and now there's some more coming in. Weather-wise, you can see up there it's gotten a little cloudy, a little bit of relief. And we just have our bins under the back table. But here we go again. It's time to go home and everybody's tearing down. They got some things blocked up. I'm trying to see if our friend is still here. But I think she might have gone home already. But yep, we're packing down. She is Ghost Happy Creations. They are still here tearing down. And we're gonna find out how things went. All right, if you look at this hot mess, another hot day, Sunday, and I think we did all right. Definitely went past like our minimum just for daily for today, and I think we surpassed last year's number just eked by maybe 100. So hopefully we'll just keep improving, and we didn't have to deal with any storm weather, but unfortunately, and we tried to help some neighbors or ask them if they wanted some help. Our tent was standing because there was severe weather overnight, and we didn't get a warning, or we just didn't see the warning. So we didn't lower our tent, but it was fine. But everybody else who did got waterlogged. So we're kind of glad that we didn't, and we missed that because it saved us from having to deal with any kind of like flooding or anything, and maybe losing our tent. So but that's it. Pride 2025 is over with, and we're ready to go. We're hot, sweaty, and tired. It's been a long day. But yeah, things went pretty well. We got to see a lot of returning people and some people who keep collecting from us. And so yeah, we're just gonna get ready for the next outdoor event, and I hope we get better weather. All right, everybody, bye. This year for Pride 2025, I know that they in the beginning struggled with financials, but that didn't seem to affect any of the volunteers that were there to help out should you have any questions, or their organization they give you a specific time to pick up your packets. They have everything organized as far as the parking area. We always park in the Dunwoody College parking lot, and we get a prepaid parking pass ahead of time, and that really helps out because then you know where you're going to park. And we do have to drive back around through like down LaSalle Avenue towards Loring Park. And last year it was really backed up, but they seem to have resolved that by maybe having different times. By the time I got there, I could have driven through the park, but because the area where our pathway is, it's so narrow, I just parked on the side of the street because I thought it would have been like really congested. But it was actually more open than the previous year, so they are making improvements even with some of the challenges that they faced. And everybody there that's volunteers and staff, just a really supportive atmosphere. And it's just a good community feeling. considering what may be going on in the world. That's why we like doing Pride 2025. And it's more about, we don't want to just focus on financials this year. We want to have a good time and just enjoy and create new things. So we were happy to participate again in Pride 2025.
Check this out. I am off, just turned off LaSalle Street, but I actually found parking up the hill instead of having to try to navigate with other vehicles in that narrow pathway. But there is our tent. We are torn down, and I'm just going to let the husband know that I'm here so we can start getting things loaded. But pretty steep incline, so we'll see how it goes. But that's what everything looks like packed down.
All right, a big thank you to everybody who stopped by. Remember, we have our YouTube channel here and we'll continue to share, so please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be seeing you soon out there. And here's our upcoming schedule. Of course, we may be adding in some more things like we just did in there. There's new ones on this list here for upcoming events, so hopefully we will see you around again and you'll be able to see what else we've created. All right, we did pack some orders from our event. We had some people who ordered some more items from us at thinkcutie.com. So thank you again. Here's our YouTube channel QR plus our Patreon. So for anybody who joins our Patreon, we do have monthly subscription packages, and we will be sharing some of our designs through that subscription. But again, thank you everybody. We hope to see you soon. Bye.